Bride kidnapping, a disturbing tradition facing scrutiny. Perhaps you met your significant other at a bar or at the bowling alley. There was a courting period, a month or two of dating, and then finally, after a couple of years, one of you bent down on one knee and politely asked for the other's hand in marriage. In fiction we watch women get kidnapped by villains and forced to get married. Did you ever assume the same thing happened in real life? Yes, it does, but before we delve into this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So, let's get started. In Kyrgyzstan, bride kidnapping is still commonplace in this mountainous Central Asian republic, and many young men dream of one day stealing their wife-to-be, just as their father and grandfather did before them. Women are typically taken from the streets, forcefully put into a getaway car, and driven to the family home of the hopeful groom-to-be. The family then detains the prospective bride and tries everything in their power to convince her to marry their male suitor relative. These days, many kidnappings are of a playful nature, but some reports suggest that in rare cases, the kidnappings can result in abuse, murder, and even suicide. Bride kidnapping, also known as marriage by abduction or marriage by capture, is a cultural practice that has persisted in various parts of the world for centuries. While it might sound like a relic from the past, it remains a pressing issue in some regions today. This article explores the concept of bride kidnapping, its historical roots, its prevalence in contemporary societies, and the efforts to combat this disturbing tradition. Understanding bride kidnapping. Bride kidnapping is the act of abducting a woman with the intent of forcing her into marriage. The practice is characterized by the absence of the woman's consent and often involves physical coercion or threats. While bride kidnapping has been documented in various cultures and regions, it is most commonly associated with certain parts of Central Asia, Africa, and the Caucasus. Historical roots. Bride kidnapping has deep historical roots and can be traced back to a time when patriarchal societies often treated women as property. In some cultures, it was seen as a way to bypass traditional marriage negotiations or dowry payments. Kidnapping a bride was considered a legitimate way for a man to secure a wife, even if it meant disregarding her wishes. Contemporary prevalence. While the practice has diminished in many parts of the world due to legal reforms and changing social norms, bride kidnapping still persists in some regions. It is often linked to poverty, lack of education, and deep-seated patriarchal beliefs. Young women from vulnerable backgrounds are particularly at risk of being targeted. Consequences for victims. Bride kidnapping can have severe physical and psychological consequences for the victims. Forced into marriages, these women often face domestic violence, abuse, and a lifetime of unhappiness. Their rights and autonomy are violated, and they are denied the opportunity to make choices about their own lives. Efforts to combat bride kidnapping. Many governments and organizations are working to combat bride kidnapping. Legal reforms have been enacted to criminalize the practice, and awareness campaigns seek to change cultural attitudes. In some cases, community-led initiatives have shown promise in reducing bride kidnapping rates by promoting gender equality and educating communities about the harms associated with the practice. Bride kidnapping is a deeply entrenched tradition that continues to harm women in certain parts of the world. While it may have historical and cultural significance in some societies, it is essential to recognize the human rights violations and suffering it causes. As global awareness and advocacy efforts grow, there is hope for a future where women are no longer subjected to this disturbing practice, and they can make choices about their lives and marriages freely and without fear. Buzkashi, the fierce and time-honored sport of Central Asia. Buzkashi, a centuries-old equestrian sport, stands as a testament to the rich cultural heritage and enduring traditions of Central Asia. Often referred to as goat grabbing or goat polo, this thrilling and physically demanding game captivates the hearts of people in countries like Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan. Buzkashi is not merely a sport, it is a celebration of horsemanship, bravery, and camaraderie. Origins and heritage. Buzkashi's origins are shrouded in the mists of history, with roots that trace back to nomadic tribes of the Central Asian steppes. Its name, derived from Persian words meaning goat, buzz, and pulling, kashi, highlights the central element of the game, a headless goat carcass. This carcass, often soaked in cold water to toughen it, becomes the coveted ball that riders strive to grab and carry to a designated scoring area. The game in action. The heart of Buzkashi lies in its raw intensity and the fierce competition among skilled riders. Here's how the game unfolds. Objective: the primary goal is for riders, known as chopendas or shapandas, to grab the headless goat carcass and carry it across the field to a designated scoring circle or goal area. The rules regarding scoring can vary, but successfully depositing the carcass in the goal is a common way to earn points. Competitors: Buzkashi requires exceptional riding skills, strength, and endurance. Competitors, who are often well-respected horsemen, engage in fierce battles for control of the goat carcass. It's not uncommon to witness riders jostling, wrestling, and even fighting for possession. Variations: Buzkashi can be played as a team sport or individually, depending on local customs and rules. In team-based games, riders from opposing teams collaborate to secure the carcass for their side. Cultural significance. Buzkashi is not just a sport, it is a cultural phenomenon deeply ingrained in the fabric of Central Asian societies. The game is often played during festivals, celebrations, and special events, serving as a symbol of equestrian prowess and bravery. In some regions, participating in Buzkashi is considered a rite of passage for young men, reinforcing the sport's cultural significance. Modern adaptations. In recent times, Buzkashi has adapted to modern sensibilities while preserving its cultural essence. In some cases, concerns about animal welfare have led to the use of a ball instead of a goat carcass. Efforts are underway to standardize rules and promote the sport internationally, ensuring that it can be enjoyed by a broader audience while respecting its traditional roots. Buzkashi is more than just a game, it is a living testament to the enduring traditions, courage, and spirit of Central Asian cultures. As the world becomes more interconnected, Buzkashi serves as a reminder of the beauty and diversity of traditional sports that continue to captivate and inspire both participants and spectators alike. It is a celebration of horsemanship, bravery, and the indomitable spirit of the people of Central Asia. If you find any value in our video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.